Hey everybody, Good Kyle here, and it is 3:30 in the morning, and I just finished Dead Space 3, the story, and obviously I'm going to be talking about the ending, if you couldn't guess by the title, and if you don't want to be spoiled, just leave now. Just don't, hate me if you continue watching, but this is pretty much just my thoughts on the ending and what people were complaining about and things like that. So when I first heard that Dead Space 3's ending was like horrible, I was thinking something like Mass Effect 3 again, where you felt unaccomplished, like nothing happened, nothing made sense, so I'm like, damn it, this is gonna happen again. And so I was just assuming. I mean, I heard stories on N4G. I heard on the Dead Space 3 forums, EA forums, that people were complaining about, saying it sucked and that it ruined the entire franchise like Mass Effect 3. So I was going into this like, man, might as well just, finish Dead Space 3 because I want to see how the story ends anyway, just complete the trilogy if there's not going to be a Dead Space 4. So whatever. I went into it, and literally 10 minutes ago, I was just playing with someone in co-op, beat the ending, and the ending didn't suck. Now, here's where the spoilers come in, so, feel free to leave if you don't want to be spoiled. Now, the ending, well, let me first start by saying the story and the lore itself can be kind of confusing with, like the whole portrayal of necromorphs and what's actually going on, but that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is the ending. The ending pretty much is Isaac and Carver defeating like the mother lode of just the convergence of necromorphs, like this final necromorph being, and they succeeded, and then the encroaching just like implosion sends them off into space, or so it seemed, and they just they're flying out there, and Isaac's just left alone with the picture of Ellie. He lets it go and just closes his eyes to start breathing. And then it cuts to the just a little mini credits, and then it goes to Ellie saying Isaac, Carver, are you there? Kind of crying and things. And then she says, "Oh, the marker signal disappeared. Necromorphs are no more. And you did it, Isaac." And then she like set a course for Earth, and then that was pretty much it. And then if you figured, or you wait until the end credits after it, you hear Isaac say something like, "Ellie, Ellie, are you there?" And then it just cuts to black, game over, nothing else. Now the problem with that is there is no problem. So I scoured the internet for all of 2 minutes trying to figure out what was wrong. I couldn't find anything. I went to Google. I typed in why Dead Space 3 ending was bad. I went to YouTube. I typed in Dead Space 3 ending, read all the comments. The only legitimate complaint that someone listed was that the main character died. Now again, people, Mass Effect 3, we were not upset that the character died. It's just that you felt so unaccomplished. Nothing made sense. Things did not portray the story how it should have based on the previous entries. That's why we hated Mass Effect 3. We don't hate a game because the main character dies. That's just part of the story that the developers decide to say, you know what, the character's going to die. I mean, after all he's been through, he's going to die. Now, sometimes it can upset you, meaning like, oh, well, this just didn't fit. But in Dead Space 3, that wasn't the case. It fit. This man, who was only wrapped up in this entire necromorph thing, was only there because he convinced his girlfriend to go on a spaceship ride, pretty much. So just if you think about it, that irony, that small chance, the outcome that could have been, but Isaac was sucked into it, and then spanned the 3 games, and he eventually gave his life, supposedly, for it, and it's just like this heartbreaking yet, fulfilling tale. It makes sense. It's not bad. It's just that, a main character dies. It fits. He's been through a lot of shit. He even said even in this game, that he was, and pardon my language, fucked up. He literally said that. Isaac Clarke said that in this game. Now, whether Isaac truly is dead or not, or DLC will come and explain and finish the ending, that's a different story. That's pathetic. I hate that. I'm sure some of my subscribers know that. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ending right now. Isaac supposedly dies along with Carver. Ellie's sad and happy at the same time and heartbroken, and she goes to Earth. And then after the credits, you hear Isaac's, suit or communications be like, Ellie, Ellie, are you there? Something like that, and then it cuts to black. I mean, I do not see a problem with it. If the main character dies and it's just an earlier recording or something, then fine. Maybe that's just leading into the past with whatever DLC's coming out. I am okay with the main character dying. It fits. Even if it didn't fit, I'd be like, okay, well, Visceral's decision. They killed off their character. I can't do anything about it. But that's not the case here. It's just this fitting tone to, again, I'm not going to touch on the story, the lore, and the changes, but it's a fitting tone to this man who was just wrapped up in all this stuff and eventually gave supposedly his life for it. So thank you everyone for watching and listening to this semi-rant, so to speak.